Friday morning. Friday again is my favorite. It's my favorite work day of the week. The traffic is beautiful on Friday. There's no traffic right now. I mean, it's 7:30. You know, the normal time I'm out here, and traffic is beautiful. So yeah, but I just wanted to share. You know I mentioned in previous videos that I had a whole situation with a coworker a couple months back, actually, and we stopped speaking, and it was just this whole big thing, and it was over a customer, which was really sad. That we couldn't get on the same page about a customer. Basically, she didn't want to do any work with him. And anyway, so then our bosses got involved and basically told us that we had to like get it together, and we had to, you know, get on one page because it was affecting the whole office. And then me and her were scheduled to go on a business trip, you know, a couple weeks after this all happened. And so they wanted to, and it was just 3 of us going on this business trip representing our organization. So they wanted to make sure that this little issue with us was resolved and there was no more drama, because yeah, they didn't want this in any way spilling over into that conference representing our organization. So we were able to get it together, and it was really my doing, quite frankly, because I pulled her aside and I was like, can we talk? And you know, so anyway, fast forward, we were able to get through the conference. It went fine. And then we actually started speaking after that. And then, you know, we're back to speaking again in the office. And so now I find myself, you know, every time I look at her, I look at her, you know, and I kind of think to myself, was that like an isolated case? Did she just have a blackout moment? Or is this who she really is? And I need to always have my guard up. And I believe it's the latter of the two. I always need to have my guard up. I don't know if she snapped for a minute, if she has stuff going on in her personal life or whatever. But that really, even though my boss knew that I was not the initiator of that whole situation, and she knew that I went above and beyond to make it right, like, I didn't want that situation to affect me in any way, shape, or form, you know, my review or anything like that. So speaking of review, I'm trying to think. I know we get a bonus soon. When does that hit our account? I gotta check into that. Anyway. So yeah, I'm just like, basically, I mean, I know the answer to this is that I gotta always keep my guard up. And yesterday I felt my guard slipping, because on Thursdays, it's only a couple of us in the office. And, you know, it's only a couple of us, so we're a little more chummy with each other. And I found that going on yesterday. And, you know, I had gone over to her cubicle at one point, and you know, she turned around and I was like, hey, are you busy? And she was like, she had this look on her face like, what you want? Like, what the hell do you want? And it brought me back to the whole blowout that we had. And I was like, oh, that's right, I forgot. You know, you're like, this could all be fake. No, this is all fake. Because when you were in that conference room with me, saying things to me that didn't make any kind of sense, saying that I was a person that, what did she say that I do? She said that I am disrespectful. I'm just disrespectful in the whole office. And one word that's never been associated with my name is the word disrespectful. Ever in my life. Like, I can go back different jobs, I can go back different. Nobody's ever told me that I was disrespectful. Not my parents, not my teachers, not my employers. That's just not a word associated with me. You could say some other words, maybe, but disrespectful is just not a word that is associated with me, with my character, you know. And but when she turned around and had this look on her face, I was like, oh shoot, I forgot Karen is Karen. And even though Karen tries to, you know, disguise herself as being one of us and being cool and being, you know, she's still Karen. And you can't forget that. And you can't get chummy with her, even though there are not other people in the office. You can't allow yourself to do it. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that, you know, sometimes we all have situations in the office and they all usually blow over at some point. But these people are still the same people, and they're faking, you know. And we can't forget who they were, because whoever it was it Maya Angelou or whoever it was that said, when they show you who they are, believe them. That's the God's honest truth. And she showed me her behind with that whole situation. Now, luckily for me, my boss, I had a reputation with my boss for 13 years. I mean, she's only been in the office for 4 years, I don't know. So my boss knew that wasn't me. She knew that wasn't me. You know? But if I didn't have that reputation, if I had just started the job and she had been there previously, it could have been a different situation. Anyway, I'm saying all that to say that we got to be careful in these workplaces, because people will lie on us. They will talk about us behind our back. You know, and then we will fall back into the trap of thinking they're our friend and catch ourselves out there where we're sharing personal information and we're, you know, chit-chatting with them about our weekend and about this, that, and the third. thinking they're our friend, and then they pull the covers from under us again. And, you know, it's just such a like, oh, that's right, I forgot who you were. You know, you're the same one that lied on me and said all these nasty things about me. You know, and was so adamant about you didn't want to be friends with me again. You know, because I was just such a horrible person. So crazy. It's so crazy. I'm just looking at my screen and wondering why is it so. Oh, it's the sun. It's the glare. But anyway, that's my message for today. It's just, and this message is for me. It's definitely for me. Is always keep your guard up. Don't think that these folks are for us. And I'm not talking about everybody, but clearly I'm talking about somebody that shows you who they are. You know, somebody that shows you who they are, believe them the first time and keep it moving. Anyway, that's my message for today. Have a great day. God bless. Don't forget to like the video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Take care.